Helicopters. They look cool flying around the city, but are they worth it? How effective are they really? Today we'll find out as I bring medical, fire, and police helicopter service to my new city, the Green Plains. We will take a deep dive into each helicopter service, looking at the pros and cons, and we'll see how much they really affect the city, and also if it's worth the price tag. Let's put down police helicopters first. The first thing I notice about the police helicopter is that it paths around pretty sporadically and at times can be a bit awkward, but overall I enjoy watching it buzz around the city. So let's see what kind of impact the helicopter has on our crime rate. We started August at around 4 and immediately went down to 2 after placing the helicopter, and after a full month it looks like we are sustaining a crime rate of 2. So I think we can say that the police helicopter is clearly effective. But does that mean it's worth the $200,000 price tag to buy it and the $17,500 a month to keep it in service? Let's do some math. To get this city's crime rate to 4, I needed 26 patrol cars, 16 from the city police station and 5 each from 2 USA Northeast police stations. Now the helicopter was able to cut my crime rate in half, so I equate that to 13 patrol cars worth. This might not be the most sound approach, but hear me out. The question is, if I needed to lower my crime rate by 2 points, would it be cheaper for me to do it with 13 more conventional patrol cars or 1 police helicopter? The station with the cheapest upkeep cost per patrol car is the city police station, but it has 16 cars and we need to evaluate as if it had 13 cars, and we now have a number we can compare to the police helicopter. And while the helicopter is more expensive up front, the upkeep cost is cheaper, and in roughly 7.5 months in game time you'll break even. So yes, it's worth the price. And with the noticeable impact it has on the crime rate, I would say the police helicopter is definitely a game changer. Now let's take a look at the medical helicopter. We'll start with a clear display of the helicopter's advantages. An ambulance and helicopter have both picked up their patients at the same time and are heading back to the hospital. And as you would expect, the ambulance is no match. So does that mean that the medical helicopter is a must-have? Well, like we did with the police helicopter, let's see if we can figure out how many ambulances it takes to match the performance of a helicopter. Now, I tried looking at the city statistics, like we did with the police helicopter, and you can see here we did move the needle when we placed the hospital, but we didn't see any changes to health and well-being when we placed our helicopter. So we'll have to find another way. Here is the method I'll use. I can time the trips made by the helicopter and ambulance using the in-game time and the info panel of the hospital that shows vehicles in use. I got 4 complete helicopter trips and 4 complete ambulance trips. And if I really want to be scientific about it, I need more trips for each, but I'll just use these for now. And in 1 month's game time, which is 24 minutes long, the helicopter can make around 68 trips, where an ambulance is at 14 trips a month. This means a helicopter is worth 4.7 ambulances. So if I look at the initial cost and upkeep of a modified JP Medical Center of 4.7 ambulances versus the medical helicopter, the helicopter is not the best decision if you're on a budget. If you need, let's say, 5 ambulances, you should just go with the JP Medical Center at $60,000. But if you've got the $200,000 for the initial cost of the helicopter, the monthly upkeep is $1,300 cheaper. So in the long run, it'll make a difference. So is the medical helicopter a game changer? No, it's 4.7 ambulances. Our final helicopter service to put down is the firefighting helicopter. The price tag for this helicopter service is substantial, so if money is tight, this one is completely out of the question. Now this helicopter is by far the most fun to watch. It actually has a pretty decent animation when extinguishing a fire. Unlike the police and medical helicopters, the firefighting helicopters aren't seeing much action. They're probably overkill for a city this size. But even in the biggest city, 2 or 3 of these is all you need to get excellent fire protection. Basically, once you place one of these, you can scale your fire engines way down, because they're all going to be put out of work by these 5 firefighting helicopters. And for that reason, the firefighting helicopter is a game changer. Of course, how much these helicopters impact your city will depend on what type of outcomes you're going for. As for me in this city, my goal is to keep the street grid pedestrian focused, but pedestrian streets are not great for service vehicles, so taking my emergency services airborne allows me to bypass that issue, at least with those services. I'll still need to be creative with mail and garbage, but I'm confident now that no one's house is gonna burn down because of the streets. I had been waiting to expand and doing mostly infill projects until I had enough money to get these helicopters. Now that we've got them, it's time for me to expand outwards. So good times are ahead for the Green Plains. Hey, do you think I called those helicopters right? Let me know in the comments. Did you have fun watching? Give me a like. And if you're feeling really good, how about a sub? I appreciate it. See you next time.